can bring to the Lakers as far as your skill set?
Just trying to be myself, man. Be versatile, be a playmaker, knock down threes, guard the ball. Just kind of be like a presence, especially in that second unit. Getting guys in the right spot and just being myself.
When you heard the news, what was your first reaction?
I don't know, man. Mine is your mind just kind of goes everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, what's funny is I kind of did some things that I don't normally do before that trip. You know, I took the trip, so I don't know. I wasn't expecting it or anything like that, but once you realize where you're going, and you need a second to kind of take it all in. But man, I'm super excited to be here. This is like a crazy trip, honestly.
Do you remember working out here?
I do. Yeah, I do. That was 2018. Yeah, I remember that was my first workout too, I think, here. So yeah, pretty crazy.
What were the sort of surreal moments today? What were some of the surreal moments today for you? Like being here, this is where you work now.
Shoot, all of it, man. Pulling up the facility, meeting Rob out there out front. Every time you see 824, of course, like meeting all the guys, Bron, AD, everybody, coaching staff. So just trying to take a moment, man, and then just be present in it. You know what I'm saying? Seeing that purple and gold, what I grew up watching when I was younger. So it's really surreal, but it feels good.
One of the things Dorian just said to us is that because he knows JJ, just like you know JJ, you know him as a teammate, that he doesn't feel like he has to like prove anything necessarily. Like there's a trust that JJ knows what kind of player he is.
Yeah.
How do you think that'll? You've gone through these types of changes before with teams. How do you think that will help the transition for you, having a coach that knows you and that you know?
I think it'll be smooth. I mean, knowing the type of guy JJ is too, I already know that I'm able to come to him and communicate and really get a feel for what he's seeing on the floor and what he's expecting of me, what he wants me to do. So I think that'll really be the biggest thing I'm looking forward to doing. And on top of that, just JJ knows how to. He was a hooper. He knows how to play ball, and when you're out there on the court, things kind of translate, and I think it's going to make the transition a little more smooth.
You just kind of throw as much stuff as you can into suitcases or something, and then have somebody pack out the rag. How does that?
Man, not even that. So we were already on the road. I think we were in Orlando. We were going to go to Toronto and Milwaukee. So whatever you had with you, just kind of So I'm gonna have to hit my agent up, tell him to go back to the crib and help me pack a little more stuff. But I don't know, man. You think about it, it's really crazy, but at the same time, man, I'm playing basketball. Like, it's not like I'm outside working all day, construction or doing a real thing. Like this is fun, man. So that's what I.
The trophies in Genie's window kind of speak for themselves.
Yeah.
How do you view this group as a championship contender that you're joining?
I mean, you got the type of guys that we have on this team, and you're in a city like this, and you're playing for a franchise like this is what it's expected. You know what I mean? There's not getting that is not what you want. Like every single season is a championship or nothing season. So that's exciting. You know what I mean? That really makes me happy to come to work every day knowing that like we're really playing for something, we're really fighting for something. So and just seeing how the guys work with each other, how they are around each other, that's the type of situation we want to be in.
Shakes like Lakers could probably use some playmaking, either for yourself or for others, especially with that second unit. Do you see that as a clearly part of your skill set? How do you feel like you could fit in on that end?
I definitely do, man. Whether it's me being on the ball, attacking the paint, creating for myself, creating for others, or whether it's me spotting up and shooting threes, I think I'm gonna be able to do whatever the team needs me to do. And I think that's been one of my strong suits, especially coming in that second unit, being able to get guys that throw the shots, or playing with Gabe or any of those guys. You know what I mean? It's fun being around guys who know how to play ball too. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of are just reading each other, feeling the game, and it's fun to be out there like that.
Quick scouting report on Dorian Finney-Smith and kind of how he plays. How you feel like he could fit in here too?
Man, first of all, he's just a tough guy, tough, hard-nosed, long defender, can shoot the three. He's like a real glue guy. Like he's the type of guy you want to go to war with. So I think that's going to translate right away.
What is some thoughts for being Bron, being 40, and you playing with him playing against him for so long, and then being here on his 40th birthday and seeing what he's done in this league for so long?
Just from watching him, I remember biggest memory. I was watching that game against he played Detroit. He scored like 25 straight. Like I remember watching that, and then just growing up, continuing to hoop, and then being able to play against him in the league, and coming to this moment now. Like I was telling Doe last night, like man, it's really crazy to even think about. Crazy to experience, and I don't know, man. I'm excited. It's just, you look at life, you see what life's doing. It's just like, how can you not love this shit, So yeah, for real.
You said before the trip you guys were on that you did things that you normally didn't do.
Yeah, bro. So like, I packed a hat. I don't really ever pack hats. I pack sunglasses. I don't ever really pack sunglasses. So like, and I didn't even think of it either. I was just like, yeah, you know what? Today's the day. I want to take some sunglasses with me. So it turns out, man, I couldn't sleep the night before randomly. Woke up and that was that. So yeah.
You got enough shoes?
Man, I got 3 pairs, but I'm a big shoe guy, so I'm gonna definitely have my people in Brooklyn. Hopefully, can ship those over so I can be straight. For sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
What were your initial thoughts when you heard you were getting traded out?
Excited, back to playing some meaningful basketball. It's been a while, but I'm excited. Especially if I can go to Bron.
How tough has it been for you as a player who does like the little things and winning things in a situation where it's been more of a long-term rebuild approach? You've got like what you do leads to winning,
right?
And you've been in a situation where wins have been hard to come by.
Yeah.
Can you kind of expand a little bit on sort of the opportunity here to?
Oh, it's fun, man. Just the opportunity to play for a championship. Not even just playoffs. In Brooklyn, we were just fighting and getting the playoffs. Here, we trying to win the championship. So it's a different approach, different energy, all around. So it's tough, especially. Coming from a place where you don't know the direction of the organization, and now we know I know the direction. Everybody want to win here, and we're trying to do amazing things here. So I'm excited.
Hey Dorian, your film suggests that you just always battle, always play hard. Would you say is that kind of a personality trait? You feel like has that been since a kid? Is there a way of mentality?
Mentality. That's how my mama raised me and my brothers and sisters. So it's just who I am. Just like I told Bron today, this probably the most I even said something to him. Even I've been guarding him for 9 years, but I just not too friendly on the court. So now I just happy I can, pull that little, that shade down and ask him, give me some of the shoes. I can find the ass for some of that gear, we never know when he gonna hang it up. So, it was fun to be able to ask him for something, knowing I ain't got to compete against him tomorrow.
Did he give you anything?
No, he said he got me. So, the hard part out the way I asked. I broke the glass.
JJ kind of mentioned your positional versatility defensively. Brooklyn had you guarding some fives, some small, big wings, right? Like where do you feel like knowing this Laker team, or as you're getting to know it, where do you feel like you can be most impactful on defense?
Just this being versatile guy. When they do want me to play small, he got that option. I can pick and pop, keep the spread the floor. So guys can get in the lane and pull the big out the paint. I know that's what we did with teams with put centers on me. We'll put me in the corner and if they help, I'll be ready to shoot. So we just got a bunch of different options that coach can, a bunch of different lineups coach can throw out there that we can be successful at.
How excited are you for the quality of shots you're going to get from LeBron in the league?
Man, I can't wait. I get back to shoot corner threes. Over the last 2 years, I've been shooting more above the break threes, but I know Bron, he swing that ball to that corner. I think I already played with Luka, so him and Luka probably the best two guys. Finding guys in that corner, making them tough corner pass.
There was a couple of clips going around the internet after the trade of JJ.
Okay.
Talking about you on podcasts, talking about you guys were teammates for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like? What's it going to be like playing for a coach that you shared a locker room with as a player?
It gives you a lot of confidence because he know what you can do, so you ain't got to go out there and try to do nothing you can't. So I just go out there and be me. You know, sometimes what I do, like you say, won't show up in the stat sheet, but as long as we win, I'm happy. You know, so that's all I want to do here is win. You know, bring good vibes, bring that winning mentality, and have fun doing it.
You mentioned wanting to compete for a championship. The Lakers are like a game and a half out of fourth in the West. The West is a tough conference, obviously. But how do you kind of view them? How did you view them as an outsider in terms of their chances of doing it, winning all this year?
Well, watching them from afar, you know, they was pretty good this year. They had a tough stretch, I think. They lost a couple games bad, but besides that, they've been a solid team. You know, a bunch of injuries, I think. Vandy coming back. You know, I know they probably missed him. Big wing. You know, Seawood as well. I played with him in Dallas, so I know he's trying to get back on the court as well. So I feel like you know, I'm just trying to get here and help these guys. You know, any way I can. You know, if it's with my energy, giving energy, making shots, whatever they need me to do, I'm gonna do.
You've gone against Anthony Davis in the past. What do you think now about, I guess, starting on the defensive end? It's going to be like to play with a player of that talent. You know, inside you can rotate out the guards, kind of do everything.
It feels good, and I ain't got to be the one battling. Doing the battling, nah, but he draws so much attention, and you know, he gonna create closeouts and shots for guys like me, offensive rebound opportunities, because you know, two people got to go box him out. You know, we used to have to sandwich rebound. We used to call, you know, two people coming and crack down on a big, and he was one of those guys. And now, two people going to him, I get to, you know, come in freely, you know, grab some offensive rebound. So just try to play off him and give him confidence.
Can you be more aggressive defensively on the?
For sure. You know, when you got him behind you, you know, you can take more risks. You know, especially passing lanes and stuff like that, you know, because you got, you know, one of the best shot blockers in the league or ever. So it's gonna be fun. You know, he also can switch too. You know, now I told him about a story we had in high school. Man, he remember that. You know, we had a little crossing in high school. I had to remind him about, but everything good.
Please tell us.
Nah, he'll tell you.
Last one. Your name has been in trade rumors basically for the last
2 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What were the last 48 hours or so like when from the report about Memphis? Are you like Googling houses there? Like what is it like to do that and then to like get here? What was sort of the order of events for you?
Of course my agent telling me what's going on. So you hear the noise, but I'm one of them guys. You know, last year I got fed up. You know, I was tired of hearing the noise. You know, I used to, you know, you start paying attention to it a little too much, so you lose sight of, you know, where you at. And that's what happened last year. I thought I was gonna get moved. I ended up staying in Brooklyn. So this year I just wanted to, you know, be where my feet was at. And that was in Brooklyn. So I was just trying to, even though, you know, I'm human, you're gonna think about it, but I just try to, you know, stay where I was at, and that was in Brooklyn. So, you know, I knew the chance of me getting traded was high, so it didn't matter where it was gonna be at. I was gonna be ready to go, because again, I was already mentally prepared to get moved. So, but I'm happy I'm here. You know, I don't want to say that, but if you play for Brooklyn, you know what I mean. You don't want to be the little brother in the city. So I'm finally, you know, with the big brothers. So that feels good.
Thank you. Thanks, man. Welcome.
Last championship you won was in 2020. About to turn 2025. What are the things, obviously you have aspirations of doing that again, what are the things that are harder to do as a basketball player now than it was last time you were a champion?
Harder? I don't know. That's a good question, baby. I don't know. I think the journey and the process itself has always been hard. So it never gets easier. You know, preparation, commitment, the time, the sacrifice that you have to give each and every season. It's always challenging, always hard. So even from 2020 to my first championship in 2012. All the way to almost 2025. It's been a challenge the whole time.
When you were a teenager starting on the league, did you ever think you'd still be here 22 seasons later?
No, of course not. I didn't give myself a timetable how long I was going to play the game. I just told myself I wanted to maximize the time that I had in the league and try to be as great as I could be whenever my time was done. But no, I couldn't. I would have never been able to say at 18 when I was drafted that I'll still be playing in this league at 40.
How do you view this specific accomplishment, 22 years, always an elite level every single season in relation to any other individual team milestones?
I don't know, because I've not really have given myself an opportunity to kind of look at it in retrospect. I've kind of just been living in the moment and being very grateful for the opportunity to still play the game that I love at the latter stage of my career, and still be able to commit to this franchise, commit to my teammates, and go out there and just play the game that I love to play. So, it's still been very fun to go out there. Even at this point in my career, it's been fun.
Respectfully, you were old yesterday. 40 is just like, it's just a different number. Yeah. But did it feel any different waking up as a 40-year-old NBA player than it did as a?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, because I had a decade of the 30s, so to just wake up and just be like, oh, man, you're 40. It's kind of laughable, really, to know where I am, to see where I am still playing the game at a high level, still being such a young man but old in the scheme of how many years I got in this profession. But it's, just think back to when I came into the league. Obviously, that's like the first thing I thought about. Like, you came in as an 18-year-old kid, and now you're sitting here as a 40-year-old, 22-year-old vet, with a 20-year-old and the NBA as well. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Has your thoughts about the end increased as you've gotten older? And I guess, like, what is sort of your current relationship with potential retirement at some point? Like,
it's very good. It's very good.
What will it be that tells you it's enough?
It won't be because I can't play this game at a high level. It won't be because of that. Because, to be honest, if I really wanted to, I could probably play this game at a high level, probably about another, weird that I might say, about another 5 to 7 years if I wanted to. But I'm not going to do that.
Is there any chance you would walk away and miss it? And feel compelled
of course.
Back?
Hell yeah. What?
And come back. I mean, like Brady did it, Jordan did it.
Oh, and come back? Oh, no. But I will miss the hell out of it for sure. But no, I won't walk away with it and come back. No.
LeBron, he's been over there in the last 7 games. I think he's played in Cleveland. What have you seen in terms of his growth?
I think it's just about reps. He's getting an opportunity to have game reps and go out and play and live through his mistakes, and also just get back into him just playing ball, which he did a lot in high school. And I think every moment he gets out there, he's just getting more and more comfortable with the pro game. The physicality of it, the nuances of it, the speed of it. He's always had the IQ for the game, but as he continues to get stronger and continues to get more game play, he continues to get more and more comfortable. I think what we're seeing is what a lot of people I don't think understood is how his playmaking ability is. When he's handling the ball, picking rolls, in transition, getting his guys involved. I told him I want him to defensive rebound a lot more and offensive rebound a lot more. He's doing that because of his athleticism. And he's going to, his three-point shot off the dribble and off the catch and shoot is going to continue to get better and better as he continue to put more work in, and he shot the ball extremely well in Cleveland. So that was another good step in the right direction for him in those 2 games back home.
When we think about where you're at today and what the last chapter of this is going to be, if this team is able to compete at a very high level
this year
and potentially beyond, do you think is that the kind of thing that would make you want to stay around longer than maybe today you feel like you might want?
I mean, I don't know, possibly, but I mean, I kind of asked that question. The first person I thought about was Jason Kelsey. I think he had to sit down with earlier this year. He had to sit down with Jalen Hurts, and they were talking about that same factor, the fact that they're extremely good this year? And have you had the thought of coming back and maybe, not retiring? Of course, but, he's very happy with the decision he's made. So right now, I think we're a very good team. I think we have a chance to compete with anybody in the league. Are we at a championship level? Can we win a championship right now? No, I don't think so. But that's good because we have so much more room to improve. And we also just added 2 new guys as well, in Dodo and Shake. So, we'll see how we incorporate those guys, which should be fun as well. Happy that they're here. But we'll see. I don't know if that determines if I stick around longer, because it doesn't change my career in any sense of fashion.
Just reference the trade. What do you think Dorian and Shake bring?
Well, first of all, big shout out to D-Lo and Max Lou. Obviously, brothers of ours, and you hate to see anyone leave, in any point of the season. And then to piggyback what you said, obviously they bring experience, they bring toughness, and guys that played in big games and have mastered their roles throughout their career. And I'm looking forward to them, getting into our system and making an immediate impact whenever their number is called. So that should be fun.
Last question. LeBron, whenever you decide this is the final chapter, what would it mean that it would be like?
Say that again?
Whenever you decide this is the final chapters of your career, what would it mean to you
that is with the Lakers? I think that's the plan. I would love for it to end here. That would be the plan. I came here to play my last stage of my career and to finish it off here. But I'm also not silly or too jaded to know the business of the game as well. Know the business of basketball, but I think my relationship with this organization speaks for itself, and hopefully I have to go nowhere before my career's over. All right.
Happy birthday.
Dorian gives us another defender, and he's a guy that has guarded multiple positions throughout his career. He's worked to become an elite spot-up catch and shoot three-point shooter. So just excited to have him. Shake, another guy that can handle the ball, score the basketball, and shoot the basketball. And was teammates with both these guys, Shake in Philly and Doe in Dallas. So I know what they bring on the court. I also know what they bring in terms of a culture and locker room fit. I think those guys are going to be great for our group, both on and off the court.
Is the hope that they'll be available to play tomorrow?
That's the hope. That's dependent on all the physical stuff and the trade officially won't tell us.
Dorian's been basically a full-time starter for the past 5 years. You guys have seemingly settled on a starting lineup that's been working well. Have you decided yet if he's going to be starting or?
Yeah, I already talked to him about it. We're in a good spot with our starting group right now. So he'll play and he'll come off the bench. Like I've told you guys several times, I want consistency with that group, but I'm not going to be stubborn and locked into something if it's not working. But it's working right now, and Doe is a guy that can fit in very easily with any lineup and any sort of roster. He's easy, so he has a desire to win and compete, and he doesn't matter to him if he's starting or coming off the bench.
One of the unique things of your journey to this job is that you talked about basketball publicly, on the record, for 3 years. Clips of you talking about players, sometimes good, sometimes bad. Did anybody send you the Dorian Finney-Smith stuff from yesterday? And are you mostly?
Bron actually did. He actually did. I think he slept in trying to finalize the getting over the cold he had. So he sent me the tweet when he woke up. You gotta, whatever I said. You gotta love DFS or whatever. And then of course Jason Gallagher, posted the thing on our old man in the 3 clip. I just think. Being in the league 15 years and covering the league, talking to people around the league, players, coaches, general managers over the last 3 years, and then being in it now, a good thing to have as many Dorian Finney-Smiths on your team. And I talked about Gabe earlier in the season. They're pros. They compete. You know exactly what they're going to be every single night, and you need those guys on your team. And Doe's one of those guys.
In relation to all the milestones LeBron's accomplished, where do you specifically put 40th birthday, 22nd season playing at a high level in the context of all his other accomplishments?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know that turning an age is an accomplishment. I will say that my dear hope is that as long as he's in a Laker uniform, he does not have midlife crisis. We've all been there.
What was yours? Became coach of the
Mine
Lakers?
came early. Mine came early.
Your first go around as a head coach, just the fact that Rob was able to complete a deal at the end of December versus the trade deadline's out for 5 weeks. How do you view having that extra amount of time to work with the new players before, the extra 5 weeks before the postseason?
Right. It's certainly a positive in my eyes to be able to integrate these guys for a longer stretch of time. We need these guys to be available now to play. That's just the reality of kind of where we're at with some of our injuries and now Gabe being banged up. But I think there's a real value in creating cohesion and continuity and connectedness, and the more time you have to do that, the better I think your chances are when you get to April and May. Hopefully,
How is Gabe? Yeah, I was saying, how is Gabe feeling?
He's feeling better. I'll give you quick guys. Gabe did not practice today. He is questionable for tomorrow. It seems like it's more of a day-to-day thing. Jackson was a participant today in practice and is probable for tomorrow. Jackson's probable. Vando was able to get on the court for some non-contact stuff, parts of practice today. So he's trending in the right direction. Is there anybody I'm missing?
Cam will be good plans to play.
Yeah, Cam is had a little back thing when he got hit in the face. It kind of tweaked his back, so he's planning to play as well. So we put him as probably.
I assume LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron, AD. They're dealing with stuff obviously, but they're trending towards playing.
There's It's strange how a trade can change sort of identity like in a blink, but like you're now looking at a world potentially where you'll have access to Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, Dorian Finney-Smith as switchable guys and stuff. Have you already what have you envisioned what this team can be? And Max Christie, I guess we can add to that mix too. Defensively, what you can be now versus where you guys were at 4 weeks ago.
Yeah. To me, it gives us an opportunity. We've consistently started games with a 3 through 5 switching group with Rui, LeBron, and AD. It gives us optionality once one of those guys is off the floor to then continue to sort of switch that group, which against certain teams and certain personnel takes them out of just natural pick and roll flow, natural DHO flow. The switching can be disruptive at times. With Vando and Dorian, particularly with the bigger wings, bigger perimeter players, mobile fours that are scorers, it gives us a primary defender for those guys. We've asked a lot of Rui at times. We've certainly asked a lot of Max at times. We've asked a lot to start the season from AR, so in terms of matchups, it just gives us more options and it gives us more flexibility.
For a player like Dorian, who has been a guy at times in his career that you would put on Donovan Mitchell, to have Max, to see to know what Austin's done in that situation, does that make it easier to use him in, I guess, spots versus instead of just saying you're the point of attack guy, do it. Do it for 35 minutes.
Yeah, I think the emergence of Max, Vando hopefully being back soon. I don't envision whether he is off the bench or starting, like Dorian having to chase around the Tyrese Maxeys of the world for 35 minutes. You know, we're gonna, again, he's a guy who's guarded multiple positions, on-ball players, bigger wings, sometimes even centers. So it just gives us a little bit more flexibility with how we want to match up and how we want to defend certain teams.
JJ, along those lines, Brooklyn used him as a small ball 5 defensively at times. You used Rui in those situations. Do you see having another one of those guys? And so when you play small, you're still bigger? Just kind of from a philosophical standpoint of what
Yeah. I mean, there's certain times, you know, you can look at sort of a Rui, LeBron. Hell, you could look at Rui, LeBron, Vando, and Dorian out there, right, with another ball handler creator and a switchable small group with, you know, outside of Vando, like elite spacing right there, and that gives us again more stuff in the toolbox. I think you know, outside of I think it was the Detroit game where we were minus 18 in the small ball 5 minutes. Like their small ball lineups, excuse me, have been really good for us.
Getting back to